All right, welcome back. Thank you for joining us for All In Day 2. We're going to continue to talk about inspiring academics through the lens of student activities and clubs. I'm with Mrs. Rhonda Trigg and a few of our members of the National Honor Society. So these young people are officers and members of the National Honor Society, and we're going to start with them asking a couple questions about their experience here at university through the National Honor Society. So Haley, we're going to start with you. I want to know from your perspective, what role does the National Honor Society play in developing all high school students here at UC?
Well, the four pillars of National Honor Society are character, community service, scholarship, and education. But since we go to Christian school, our school adds in the biblical worldview to it all. So our school is building leaders, and we're showing the importance of serving others and serving our community through the Bible.
Awesome, very good. And I know that you guys, you get even down into middle school and even some lower school kids with some of the service and the tutoring that you do, right?
Of course, we just got done with our project where our lower school completely outthrew our upper school. They were all into and they were excited about it, and it made us feel so cool to include our lower school, our middle school, and our high school.
Awesome. Let's talk about some of those activities. Jamari, so tell us about some of those things that you guys do.
In the last few years, we've been partnering with our church's ministry.
Okay.
We've been holding Halloween carnivals.
Okay.
But this year, due to COVID, we aren't able to do that. So instead, what Haley was mentioning, the Youth Band project that we've been doing, where we'll get together, we get the money from the bands, and it goes towards the girls' college education.
Okay.
In Guatemala.
Very good, very good. So y'all's reach is really not just on our campus and in our community. This year, it's kind of going globally.
Yes.
That's awesome. So Victoria, let's finish up our time talking about National Honor Society with you for just a second. When you think about how National Honor Society enhances the entire UC experience, how would you describe that for those folks watching at home? They might be like, well, I wasn't smart enough to be in National Honor Society, or they're like me, this wasn't around when I was in school. How does this enhance your experience here at UC?
Yeah, so National Honor Society is just a time where we can get together and just serve our community together as family and just as individuals. And what's really cool about it is that we just get to form relationships and friendships with one another, and people we may not have an opportunity to interact with that we can get to meet and just talk with. And this last year when we were able to go to Night to Shine, I was partnered with a special needs kid named Daniel, and I was just able to talk to him and just enjoy my time there with him as well. And it impacts people, and not just us, but our community as well.
So, Mrs. Trigg, listening to these responses got to make you feel pretty good as the National Honor Society sponsor, and I know you have some other teachers who help you do that too. You inspire a lot of students who have you for chemistry, who have you for psychology, but specifically with this group, how do you help bring about a sense of inspiration through National Honor Society?
Well, it's my distinct privilege to get to work with these students. They are exceptional with not only with their scholastic achievement, but they're exceptional in their willingness to want to help and to reach out and to be part of the community. They do all kinds of different venues. They use their expertise in academics by doing tutoring, and they tutor all the way down to the smaller students, all the way up to the high school students, and they exchange ideas and help with the those type of things. So part of the inspiration is allowing them to get to see what they can really do. And by the UTA-bands, the different projects, COVID has been a challenge for all of us. And the change in the way that we do National Honor Society has changed as far as our community service, networking and things. And I was so impressed with this group of students. They came up with 5 different type of community service activities that we could do that in the light of COVID would be acceptable and still be an outreach for our school, for our community, for our world. It is so humbling to know that God's given me the opportunity to work with each one of the students, and it goes beyond just the group as a whole. My opportunity with them is, as this council, I spend a lot of time with them developing their skills as far as communication and planning and being able to network and find resources so that it betters the entire school and it betters the entire community and the overall outreach of our school. So,
If you are new to university and you've never experienced some of the things that National Honor Society has done or some of the projects that they brought about, I hope this really kind of gives you a unique perspective. And guys, thank you for your willingness, number one, to serve. Thank you for your hard work in the classroom. You guys represent some of our greatest students. So keep up the hard work. Thank you for representing our school. And thanks for joining me today. I'm gonna let you guys exit, and we're gonna bring on one of our newest student activity groups. Our game club is with us. So I'll give you a quick rundown on how this took place. So Mr. Fulop and I started a conversation in the spring about how, when our kids came back to campus from their absence related to COVID-19, how can we grab a group of students who might not play sports, who are very involved in a lot of other aspects, but to keep them here and to keep them focused and to give them just another opportunity to pursue their passion. So gaming obviously is a big passion of a lot of our students right now, these two gentlemen included, and not just computer games, even down to just board games, right? And being challenged and thinking and using strategy against one another. So Mr. Fulop said, I want to take on this game club and I want to have kids in my room and I want them to be welcome every week. So we've got two young men. I'm going to ask them to share a little bit about their experience. Carson, I'm going to start with you. I want to know how game club enhances your experience as a student here at our school.
Well, for me, it really comes down to, as a high schooler, balancing homework and doing things outside of school, and having the game club is just an hour or two to de-stress from the stress of the week, and just being able to have some time with friends and just enjoy playing games and just enjoy the camaraderie that the other students in the game club bring.
Sure, absolutely. So James, thinking about the typical activities that you do. People hear game club, and in today's world, they think technology and that kind of thing. Walk us through, I know it's been just the first 9 weeks, what has been the typical activities that have been going on during game club?
So yeah, we meet each Thursday. We usually meet for a few hours after school, and while we do involve video games, some weeks we just play some video games and have fun like that. That's not every week. We also have weeks where we play board games, and we've also recently been getting into Dungeons and Dragons and playing that some. And we just have a great time, have some snacks, and have fun.
So here's one of the things these two guys are not telling you is that they are strategic thinkers, and they are also great students. They're part of National Honor Society too. So you have the chance to work with Mrs. Trigg and the folks that we just interviewed, as well as Mr. Fulop as a teacher, but then a sponsor. So Mr. Fulop, I'm going to end our interview today with you. Thinking about game club, and even National Honor Society and academics, but specifically with you and what you do, sponsoring this first-time club, how does it enhance the experience for students like Carson and James?
Yeah, it definitely helps them feel the connection to University Christian and really to each other. It gives them a group that they can find support in, and just as Carson said, that camaraderie where you get that a lot on the football team.
Right.
They're a band of brothers. You get that a lot, with National Honor Society. You become that group that you support each other. But some of these that maybe they're not in band, maybe they're not in National Honor Society, but they can be a part of the game club. They get that support, and it also helps us connect with them as teachers. I've had other teachers poke their head in and they say hey and make some comments. It's good for the students to connect with them in that way and connect with each other so that we can all feel like we truly are united at university.
Absolutely. So Mr. Fulop, on that line, I want to thank you, Mrs. Trigg as well, but both of you for being all in, for you spotting a need and saying, I'll take that on. So thank you. We owe you huge, and I know these guys are thankful, along with all of your other game club participants too. But for those of you at home, join us this afternoon. Our last video will continue on inspiring academics, but we're going to share with you the story of an alumni who graduated from UC and is now using the inspiration that she received from here in her career and her studies in the area of science. So join us then. Thank you for your time and your attention. Thanks for being all in. Have a great day.